Good evening and welcome to the Year 9 Expectation Evening. Obviously it's very different this year, we're doing it virtually. I'm really sorry about that. It was a pleasure to meet you all last year, and I'm really looking forward now to taking you through what we expect of our lovely Year 9s this year. They have settled in absolutely brilliantly. It is obviously very different, but considering the circumstances, it's really interesting to see them going from small year 8s actually to growing up and becoming more mature, should I say, year 9s. So the Year 9 team is made up of myself, who is the head of year. I'm also assistant head teacher in charge of safeguarding. We've got Mr. Sloan, who is the deputy head of year, Mr. McGlynn, who is our deputy head teacher, and all our fantastic form tutors who see your Year 9s on a daily basis. One of the most important aspects of our job, I feel, is to ensure we have the best communication between ourselves and you as parents or carers, and also our students. So please feel free to contact us by email or on phone, and we will endeavour to get back to you as quickly as possible. So what we're going to be talking about through this presentation, just going to give you a bit of an update on COVID, what to expect in the year ahead, key dates for you, our expectations. We're going to look at the Just Check guides, where to get information from, and how we can support the students together. So since we've been back, we have had certain COVID measures in place. The year groups have separate entrances to come into, the Year 9 entrances being the MFL corridor. We have sanitisers at every entrance, and also to every classroom we expect the students to sanitise their hands. The year group are in bubbles, and generally the classrooms are down the MFL corridor. We have a staggered break and lunch time, and also we have asked the students if they want to wear face masks. So the face masks are optional, but they can wear them if they want to. So the key dates for Year 9 are the Year 9 full reports will be issued at the beginning of February. So the 2nd of February 2021 is when the full reports will be given out, and that's written by the teachers about their progress. Year 9 Parents' Evening and Option Evening is on the 25th of February 2021. Not quite sure how that's going to work at the moment, but I'm sure we'll have more idea just after Christmas. It's really important at the moment that the students when in their current subjects, start to have a really good feel of which subjects they might like to take in Year 10 and 11 to GCSE. So I'm really looking forward to having that evening. And then between the 21st and the 25th of June 2021, we have the Year 9 PPEs. So that's something to look forward to for the students. And then on the 7th of July, we have the Key Stage 4 Awards Evening, which recognises the academic achievements and the progress of students in Year 9. As I said to you at the beginning of the presentation, good communication is really important to me, and myself and Mr. Sloan will endeavour to get back to you as soon as we can. It is normally, before 3 working days, but it just depends on how busy school is at the time. We're going to use Facebook and websites and Twitter accounts to post information, but obviously if it's something that's concerning your son or daughter, then please feel free to contact us. The email is year9@tritharis.net, but please give us a ring as well. We will need to, at the moment, we're not encouraging people to come in and see us anyway due to the COVID measures, but if that becomes better and we can actually see people, you will need to ring up and arrange a meeting. At Tritharis we have the Learning Centre. Now one part of that is our wellbeing room, and this is a room, dedicated space for students who may need some support emotionally. This could be stress, it could be anxiety, it could be that they've fallen out with their friends, they just might need a minute or two before they go to their lesson and they just might need someone to talk to. It can offer short periods of time out, or more one-to-one support, but the main aim of it is really, helping the students and getting them back into lessons as soon as they can. We also offer parental engagement opportunities and home visits and some restorative mentoring, and that's if there's been a fallout between friends and we can try and get people back together to sort out their differences. So we just want to talk to you a little bit about the expectations of new key therapists in terms of behaviour, attendance and punctuality. So I think this slide is fairly self-explanatory. It's the NT3Ps. It means punctual, prepared and polite. It's just making sure that students are on time to lessons, so they're fully focused and they can concentrate, handing in their homework on time, being prepared, so they've got a positive attitude to learning, or also bringing the correct equipment. NT ready is something that we do in form time on a Monday morning, and that's just checking that students have all the correct equipment, and then also making sure that students are polite to teachers, polite to others, being respectful and helpful and supportive. So Monday morning's all about NT ready. There is a list of the expectation of what students bring to lessons. Can I just say a huge thank you for supporting us on the uniform. I did an assembly last week about new key therapists, about identity, and I'm very passionate about being proud of being at New Key Theris. I mean, I've been working here 20 years now, and I'm very proud to work here. We are a great school, and I also talked about my time at school, which was a very long time ago, and how proud I was to be a member of that school. So wearing the school uniform, is about identity and being a member of New Key Theris. So thank you. The Year 9 students are looking really smart at the moment. There's a list here of everything that you need to know, but yes, just to reiterate, the Year 9s are looking very smart, so I do thank you for that. So all students should have their login and password to class charts. It's actually a really fantastic tool, and we're learning new ways and new things to do with it all the time. You can log in online, you can download the app straight to your phone. All teachers will set their homework on there, and we can also put all our achievement and behaviour points, and it's a really good place for the parents and carers to monitor how students are doing. Any concerns, or if you need any help with it, please don't hesitate to contact the school. So these are our praise protocols. Some students will have already got postcards home from their form tutor or head of year. I had somebody come into the office this morning for a queue jump pass. That is a pass to get to the front of the queue in the canteen so they can get the food first. And if they're really lucky and get to 100, they get a bar of chocolate from me or Mr. Sloan. They love that. And then if they're really, really lucky and get to 150, they might even get donuts from the head teacher or deputy head teacher. And they go up and they meet them and have a good old chat. I'll let you have a look at this slide at your own leisure. It is the NT Classroom Behaviour Management Policy. I don't want to focus on it too much because it does talk about the more negative behaviours that happen in a classroom with the worn park removed, but it's important that you familiarise yourself with it while I focus on the more positive aspects. We all know that attendance is very important. Myself, Mr. Sloan and Miss Thomas are monitoring attendance throughout the year. 97% attendance is great, and I do understand in the current environment that can be quite difficult, but I have to say I'm really impressed with the attendance of students at the moment. If attendance does fall below 92%, it might be that we need to have some further intervention, just so that we can help support students, back into school and ensure that they can progress well and have good outcomes in their subjects. I will leave you to look through this slide yourself. If you're someone like Mr. Sloan, you will find this extremely interesting, because being a mathematician, he is number mad, so he would really enjoy looking through this slide. Having said that, it is quite a powerful slide. I've been teaching 25 years nearly, and I have to say poor attendance does have a big impact on progress and outcomes. And if students are off for a couple of days one week and then a couple of days the next week, they're missing lessons and they're missing continuity, and then sometimes the students themselves get more anxious about that. So please have a good look through that slide. Any concerns, please contact us. Thank you. So assessment at Chatheris, it literally is 5 years of progress. So it goes right through from year 7 right through to year 11 on that learning curve. It's all about progress, progress, progress. So when it comes to progress reports, this is how we report to parents. We have the subject, the classroom teacher. We will give the current grade that student is at, and in year 9 it will be numbers now from 1 to 9. We give the most likely grade that we think students will get at the end of year 11, and also their attitude to learning. The colours, blue, meaning excellent and making really, really good progress. Green is they're in line with what they should be expected to do. Amber is slightly under what they are expected to do, and red means they are 2 grades down on their expectation. So again, have a look through that, please. Any queries, please contact us. The next few slides are going to be covered by Mrs. King, who's in charge of our NT revision and our sort process.
Whether your child is a Year 7 or Year 13 student at Newquay Chatheris, we all want to help our children to achieve their full potential. One way we can do that is to help them get sorted with their revision. Revision is vitally important, because every day our students are following a knowledge-rich curriculum. The qualifications they are aiming for are now even more rigorous, and students are expected to know more, remember more, and therefore do more with this information. A lot of our students simply reread their notes, and they may find that this learning appears familiar, but they won't actually remember this knowledge unless they actively engage with it on a regular basis. This is illustrated by the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve that you can see on the right-hand side. Once students learn something in a lesson, within a matter of 4 or 5 weeks, they have only remembered maybe 5 to 10% of that information. But what you can see after each repetition and each revisit of that learning, they are remembering more and more until they can remember on the 4th repetition over 75% of what they have learned. To help students revise more effectively, we have broken revision down into 4 simple steps which we call SORT. SORT stands for Summarise, Organise, Recall and Test Yourself. Summarise is where students use their class notes, handouts or any wider reading and condense and transform it into something new. These could be flashcards, mind maps, revision clocks or Cornell notes. And there are many other techniques for summarising. The technique chosen will depend on personal preference and also the type of information they are summarising. Students should be encouraged to summarise as they go along, as this saves time and stress closer to the exams. Summarising makes it easier to recall that information and memorise at a later date. Approximately 40% of revision time should be spent on summarising. Organise. Organise is where students take their PLCs or personal learning checklists. These are statements of the essential knowledge and understanding for each course, and students traffic light their confidence level against these using red, amber and green. Students should then create revision timetables that focus more time and effort on their weaknesses and ensure they have filled in any gaps in their knowledge. Recall. Recall is using active recall and spaced repetition methods to memorise and rote learn information. It's easier to do this if the information has already been summarised. There are many recall methods such as blurting, mnemonics and look, cover, say, check. Finally, test yourself. It's important that students test themselves before they are assessed by their teachers. This ensures that they can apply the knowledge and understanding from their revision to exam questions. Students can either test themselves using low stakes or high stakes quizzes. Low stakes quizzes are apps and websites and mainly multiple choice questions. High stakes questions are where students perhaps use past paper questions like the real exams. Testing themselves allows them to see if their revision has been effective in enabling them to answer these questions before they're actually assessed by their teacher. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see an overview of the 4 stages of SORT. This handout gives information about how to summarise, organise, recall and test yourself. There is a QR code on this handout which takes you to our SORT SharePoint site. At the SharePoint site, you will find information, video clips and templates for the 4 stages of SORT. We're also running a number of parent workshops, this year they'll be virtual, and student workshops to give more detailed information and training on the SORT strategy. These workshops are run prior to the PPEs, enabling students and parents to attend a workshop and then put into practice the 4 stages of SORT. The calendar shows the Year 7 to Year 13 dates. The student workshops are run through a combination of tutorial activities or hour-long workshops in the main hall run by population. The parent workshops this year will be virtual. You do not need to attend a parent workshop if you've already attended one last year, or if you've attended one earlier in the year for a student in a different year group, unless you particularly wanted a refresher. If you open your camera on your smartphone and point it towards the QR code, the website will pop up. To log into the website, you will need the student login. Alternatively, you can visit www.tretheris.net, go to NT Revision Resources and then click on SORT. We look forward to seeing you at one of our workshops in the future.
So we all know this year has been particularly unsettling, and I know we've had concerned students, concerned parents, carers about work that students potentially have missed, which is why we have these Just Check guides, and teachers have worked very hard to prepare these for students. And in Year 9 you have the Just Check guides for English, Maths and Science. Teachers and form tutors are using this guide to ensure that the students have the knowledge and the skills to carry on during Year 9 and then go into Years 10 and 11. And they are on the school website, and if you can see this picture here, the green arrow points to where the Just Check are, and then you go into that and you will see the Just Check guides for the current Year 9. So you can go in there, look at them, and then maybe go through with your son or daughter to see what they might know and what they might know. We're hoping that all students will be up to date by Christmas time. Again, if you have any concerns about this, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we'll try and put in some support for you. This slide just consolidates everything I have just said. So there is also study sport for Year 9s. This is for students who potentially might struggle with work at home, if siblings are on the computer all the time, or they think they might be able to work better in a quiet space and do that at school, then this is the place for them. So last week we had no students attend. So I'm hoping after this presentation you might encourage your son or daughter to maybe attend one of these sessions. So it's the computer room Y16 on a Thursday from 3 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And again, it's just a space where students can do their just check work, do other homework, they might want to revise, or do some of the revision techniques that Mrs. King talked about earlier. There are some teachers around. It is also manned by one of our lovely HTLAs, but it is independent study for Year 9s only. This is just a bit about what our Year 9s are doing in form time from Monday to Friday. So Mondays are NT ready, and then form tutors also maybe look through the day. It's really good as the day, and it talks about maybe current issues that are going on in the world. Tuesday is NT Vocab Project, which is set up by the English department. We talk about well-being and character challenges on a Wednesday. We have assembly on a Thursday, and we have NT behaviour on a Friday, where form tutors can, and they do, talk to the students about positive rewards, maybe about some of the negative behaviour points some students might have got, and generally, you know, having a good old chat and communication with them. And we also encourage silent reading on a Friday as well. We're very proud at Nuki Tretheris of our SMSC programme, and Mr. Jones does an awesome job of ensuring that students are well-rounded individuals. We also have the NT House system, and together we put on Anti-Bullying Week, we put on Diversity Week, Anti-Safety Week and Healthy Week, with lots of opportunities for students to participate. The last few slides cover useful contacts, so it's our safeguarding page on the website and other support groups you can contact. Can I just thank you for listening to this presentation, and I really hope and I really look forward to seeing you next year, and I hope that we can meet, especially at Parents' Evening and Option Evening, but watch this space, and hopefully after Christmas we'll be able to give you some more information. Okay, bye. This just gives some of our key colleagues, safeguarding team, teaching staff and IT technical staff, all on our website. Some really useful websites here for parents, particularly with regards to safeguarding. Please access them, have a look at them, just give some really good tips in that.